Okay, 11. Okay, do we have the same bottom? They're both improper fractions. Well, one's a regular fraction, one's an improper fraction. Okay, but we don't have the same bottom, so we need to multiply each one to get us the same bottom first. So you need to look at the two numbers, 5 and 7, and say, well, what do they have in common? Well, this one I can multiply by 5, and this one I can multiply by 7. Okay, so 5 times 5 is going to be, I'm going to put this in parentheses still, 25 over 35. And then we still got a minus, and we got a minus. 7 times 6 going to give us 42. And 7 times 5 is going to give us 35. Okay, so now we both have the same bottom, so that means we can work with the top. And because we have this minus minus in between, we can take that and turn it into a positive. So we could say, well, this is really plus. Okay, so it's really negative 25 plus 42. Okay, so plus a positive 42. Okay, it's going to give you positive 17. So you're going to get 17 over 35. Okay, and we don't need to do any of these in simplest form. Leave it as the fraction, you get it. But it should be either a regular fraction or an improper fraction. It should not be a mixed number. Okay. Okay, 13 says 7.5 minus 17 or 7.17. So 7.5 minus 7.17. If you do these by hand, make sure your decimals are lined up, okay? So our answer is just 0.33. Okay, 15, 3.2 minus negative 2.2. So we got a negative negative right next to each other. So that's really going to be a positive. So it's really 3.2 plus 2.2. Okay? To give us 5.4. Okay, 17 says, since the Green Bay Packers are the best football team, which they are, in case you were wondering, they lost 5 yards, then gained 12 yards, they then lost another 4 yards, then they gained 38 yards. What was the result of the plays? Okay, so, and just work through it. So, they started out and they lost 5 yards. Okay, so it's going to be minus 5. Then they gained 12 yards, so it's going to be plus 12. And then they lost another 4 yards, so minus 4. And then they gained another 38 yards, so plus 38. Did I get them all? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you're just going to put those all together on one. So 5, or negative 5 plus 12 is going to give you 7 minus 4 plus 38. So 7 minus 4 is going to give you 3 plus 38 is going to give you 41. Okay, and if you just type in the whole thing on your calculator, you totally can. Negative 5 plus 12 minus 4 plus 38. You'll still get the same as long as you type it in correctly. Okay, 19 says, at 4 p.m. the temperature was negative 9 degrees. At noon, the temperature was 18 degrees. What was the change in temperature? Okay, so we started out at negative 9, and then our temperature went to 18. So what is going to be the total change in temperature? Now, I know some of you guys are going to be tempted to say, well, the total change is 9 degrees, but was it? Okay, it started out at -9, and if you think about it on the number line, okay, we started out way down here at -9. Help if I have my pencil on. So we started out here at -9. It went all the way, and we'll just say at 0, and then it went all the way to 18. So was the total change in temperature really just 9 or not? Okay, so you need to think about that logically versus, because I know some of you guys are saying -9 plus 18. Yeah, but that's not actually what happened. So you got -9, so you went 9 units, and then you went another 18 units. Okay, so the total change in temperature was really 27 degrees. Okay, because right here, like if we were looking at a number line, we went 9 units, and then over here we went 18 units. So it's really 9 plus 18. So 27 degrees was the change in temperature. Okay, and then let's look at the other side. The scuba diver went down 20 feet, and then dove another 3 feet, and then rose 7 feet. Okay, so that one's pretty self-explanatory. A teacher has this amount in his checking, made a deposit. So is a deposit positive or negative? Okay, for those of you guys that don't have a checking account, when you deposit money, that goes into your bank account. So now his checking account should have more money. So it's going to be addition. Okay, and it says if you wrote a check, so if you wrote a check to someone, you spent money. It's no different than swiping your debit card. Okay, so he used money, so it's going to be minus. Okay. 16, self-explanatory. 14, self-explanatory. Okay, 12, you need to convert both of those into an improper fraction, so multiply and then add. Do not use the sign. So, when you're converting these, you're only doing this part, okay, and then put all the signs on there. Don't use the sign or it's going to screw your improper fraction up, okay? And then make sure they have the same bottom before you add or subtract them together. Okay, 10, you need to convert the 1 into an improper fraction first, and they both should have the same bottom, so you can just put them together. And all the other ones don't look back. Okay, so finish this today. If your Canvas is working, take a picture of it and submit it. If it's not working, put it in the box so you don't lose it, okay? But if it is working, go ahead and